Holidays can be a challenging time for really anyone, especially for our servicemen and women who may not have anyone to turn to this time of the year. But one Iraq War veteran is trying to help that. His name is Staff Sergeant David Bellavia, joining us live. I want to make sure I got that right. Sergeant, thank you so much for coming on. His book is out too. It's a new book called Remember the Ramrods, an Army Brotherhood in War and Peace. He joins us now live. You know, most people might not know this, but you are the Iraq War's only living Medal of Honor recipient, if I'm saying that correctly. But when the White House called you, you said it was not welcome news. Explain, if you can.
Well, as you can imagine, it was 15 years removed from the war. We move on. Life takes over. And the last thing you want to do is, this award almost, cryogenically freezes you at the time that it was earned. And, I don't want to live in 2004. I don't necessarily I didn't want to go back to that time and what it represented. And so moved down my life, 15 years passes, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, you get a call from the President of the United States. And this award is happening. It's life-changing. And luckily, I had my team, my brotherhood, my soldiers. We went through it in 2004 together. President Trump brought all of those men on stage with our Gold Star families to kind of share this award for what it should be. This isn't an award about an individual. It's an award about a unit and a team and a family. And I found my family again 15 years later when we all went to Washington, D.C.
Yeah, it's amazing to watch that playback for those who may not remember. About 3 years ago, and former President Trump at the time in 2019 awarded you that. But it's so touching, I think, for those watching as well, to see you bring the Gold Star family members up with you to the podium as well for one of the nation's highest honor there in military service. Do you still reach out to those family members? Have you spoken with them? What is this time of your life for them? And for you?
Well, Memorial Day, the nation celebrates it in May. But for all of us, it's every single day. The holidays are very tough for returning veterans as well. This is a time of year that we really have to look out for each other. Remind veterans coming home from the war who they are. Remind them that they still have a purpose. So much of validation when we wear the uniform. We knew why we were on this earth every single day. There was an enemy that wanted to hurt us and hurt our citizens. We have to be reminded that we still have a purpose in the civilian world, and we still have a purpose every single day. Really, our service starts when we come home and we serve our country as civilians every day. You want veterans in your community. You want veterans around you in society. We have to remind our combat veterans every single day, from Vietnam to the Cold War to the global war on terror, you're important, you're loved, you're valued, and we need you here. Great message, especially this time of year. I've got to close out. I wanted to ask about your book, if you could. What's inside those pages? This is something I couldn't have done 15 years ago. You needed to have reflection and maturity. This message is all about the importance of service. America is still the shining city on the hill, and America is worthy of all sacrifice in any defense. And how do we remember ourselves when we look back? We don't want to think that we peaked in our 20s. We hit middle age, and all of a sudden we think, was that the best time of our life? Did I miss combat? Did I miss war? I miss the relationships. I miss the sense of meaning every single day. I found that again in my life, and it's the men I served with, the relationships I have with today that are as important as the time when I was at war. I'm sure many veterans, family members of veterans share that same sentiment. So glad to hear that from you, Staff Sergeant David Bellavia, joining us live. We appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you, to your family, and most of all, thank you for your service, sir. Hey, you're worth it. Merry Christmas to you.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the
truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They
let me decide.
Newsmax.
Real news
for real people.